Hello everyone, my name is Salim and welcome to the Markets Breakdown Analysis for Wednesday, the 22nd of November 2023. We'll be breaking down chart and show the exact zones where price will close for potential buys or close below for potential sells as well. So looking at the daily candle for Tuesday, now the daily has been extremely bullish, hasn't formed a bottom wick. So now when we measure from the daily low to the daily high formed on Tuesday, that's more than 270 pip move up. Not only the daily been extremely bullish, but also the weekly candle broken above the previous weekly high, retesting the recent weekly resistance formed around 2007. So now the big question is, are we going to see continuation to the upside despite this weekly resistance, or is this just a retest of this weekly resistance before a continuation to the downside? Because the whole idea we've had on weekly time frame is to see price breaking below these lows to correct these two weekly candles formed last month. And as price formed the support, the anticipation was to see a potential retest of this weekly resistance and then a retracement and basically retesting this weekly support to continue bearish as well. Also, the level of where price is trading at the moment, we have this weekly range formed previously, we have a weekly rejection, and we're looking on a monthly time frame. This is a strong monthly rejection on the high time frame, because we have a rejection formed back in August 2020, March 2023, and March 2022 actually, and May 2023 as well. So my opinion, in order to see price breaking above these highs, something has to change fundamentally. This is just an idea. But anyways, now to break down the chart and going back to the daily. So the daily will be closing strong bullish. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, and what we can identify here is we have the recent 4-hour support formed around 1987. Most recent 4-hour resistance formed around 2005 300, excuse me. Drop it down to the hourly time frame, and now we have a new range. So what we're going to do here is we're going to adjust this level to 1998 based on this hourly support. A level of resistance remains the same. Drop it down to the 5-minute time frame. We have a same level of support, a same level of resistance. In matter of fact, we have a new level of resistance, but probably we're going to adjust it later on, looking at the 50-minute time frame as well. This is a support and a resistance. Now to identify the no trade zone, and I'd say for potential buys, not above this level, because the thing is, so we will explain this shortly. Okay, so potential buys could be above 2005 300, above this hourly resistance. Potential sells now ideally is to wait for price to break and close below this hourly low, breaking below 1996 300 during high volume time. So we might see price breaking out this range during low volume time, forming a rejection, retesting this consolidation area formed recently on the hourly time frame, and then retracing and getting back into the range again. So the reason why I wasn't looking to see potential buys above 2001 800 is because when we measure from this hourly resistance to the next level of resistance, that's roughly around 37 pip range. But then when you measure from this hourly low to this hourly resistance, that's roughly around 53 pip range. So in my opinion, we need to allow a decent range for price to consolidate and also to allow the new daily candle to form as well. And this is going to be the no trade zone. And now to look for potential buys, going back to the daily. So the first thing we can identify here is a daily closing strong, so a strong bullish candle. Looking on the monthly we have a rejection area. The weekly, now what we can see on a weekly, we have this weekly resistance formed previously around 2016. Drop it down to the daily, and looking on the left, on what do we identify? Let's have a look. We have a daily resistance formed around 2014 800. Drop it down to the 4-hour time frame, looking on the left as well. So this becomes a range on the low time frame. So we do have this previous 4-hour support. Let's have a look, because this is actually a range on a 4-hour. As we can see, candles printing side by side. Looking at the hourly time frame, looking back on the left, now we have an hourly resistance around 2012 600. I'd say the first target for buys could potentially be this hourly resistance around 2012 600. The second target for buys, now we do have something that we've seen on a 4-hour time frame. So we do have this 4-hour resistance around 2018 300. Drop it down to the hourly time frame. We have this hourly range. I'd say the second target for buys could potentially be 2018 300 targeting this 4 hour resistance, because this is actually a rejection on the weekly time frame, as we can see. So now to look for potential sells and going back to the daily, the first thing we can identify here, monthly, we have this previous monthly resistance around 1986,800. Dropping down to the weekly, daily. Daily we have this rejection week. Looking at the 4 hour time frame, now we have a 4 hour support around 1986,800. Zooming in and dropping down to the hourly, we have, apart from this hourly support, because this is actually a 100 pip range, we have this previous hourly resistance around 1992,500. Looking at the 5-minute time frame, clean traffic on the left, and that's the same thing as well on the 50-minute time frame. So now I'd say the first target for sells, ideally, is to take it steady, because obviously the daily being bullish. The first target for sells could potentially be 1992,500, targeting this previous hourly resistance. The second target, that's the first target for sells. The second target for sells, maybe what we could do is we could have a second target for sells at 1987, targeting this 4 hour support.
Dominion Markets, your trading sanctuary.